is known about his upbringing, but sources say he began playing guitar at about 8 months old and wrote his first song shortly after. Once Spongy's mother heard of her son's first masterpiece, she refused to ever enroll him into school, instead locking her son in his bedroom 24 hours a day to write songs constantly. Once a teenager, Spongy began uploading his music to MySpace, and it soon caught the attention of Doc Stone, who would become Spongy's manager.
Yeah, so the first song of Spongy's I heard was I Think I Like Men. It blew my mind, really, of how this could be a party anthem, yet also be the sensitive commentary.
I dated a woman once, she broke my heart. I think I'll try men, cause you can't separate us apart. No, 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 no.
Yeah, right then and there I knew I had to sign the man.
Shortly after meeting Doc Stone, Downer scored a recording contract with Tubby Records and set out to record his debut album. Producer Ruck Ribbon was chosen for the project and was destined to make Downer the next big thing in music.
So I met Spongy in the spring of 2008. His manager had hit me up on MySpace and asked if I could produce an album for this up-and-coming singer-songwriter. I listened to some of his stuff and I thought it was absolutely brilliant. No one was writing such beautiful melodies with such poetry before. It felt like he was trying to teach people important lessons through his lyrics based on his own experiences. It was just absolutely beautiful.
Should've never smoked that gauge, cause now I'm in the RU Cops 346, 347 co-requisite class.
Spongy Downer's first album, I Smell Bad, was released in August of 2005 to unbelievably poor sales.
Yeah, so I Smell Bad, it sold really poorly. We only ended up selling 0.4 records for that one.
How do you sell a fraction of an album?
Oh, yeah, so a lady walked into a record store that happened to have one of our albums, and she needed a coaster, so they cut up the album and ended up giving us some of the profit because they felt bad.
His music touched the few people that heard it. The people that did give him a chance were really touched by it, and I think it really helped them through some tough times in their life. Like this song right here. It's one of the most uplifting songs I think I've ever heard.
Are your parents divorced? Do you get bullied in school? Do you have a hard time cause you're really not cool? Do you ever wonder why you can't catch a break? Well, I know why, and I'm here to say it's your fault. It's your fault. It's your fault. It's your fault. Are your parents divorced? Do you get bullied in school?
In a short amount of time, Downer had written more than enough songs for a follow-up. The double album Dalton Smash and Dash was released in December 2006 to even less success than before.
The songs that were on Dalton Smash and Dash were very cutting edge. They were too ahead of the time for people to care about what he was doing artistically, but it was still an honor to be on the project.
Yeah, but we couldn't even sell the second album to radio. It was just way too controversial at the time.
I respect women and their feelings. They're more than just objects to me, and I think that they should keep their right to vote. Women are pretty swag, oh yeah.
Downer eventually had enough of working constantly to no prevail. He would give up on music and move back home to Radford to work odd jobs to make ends meet, rarely to be heard from again. But soon, Spongy Downer would become a household name somewhere no one would ever expect.
So, there was this one time I was looking online for sponges that could reach downward places, but instead, I found this Bandcamp site about this guy named Spongy Downer, I had never heard of the guy before, but his album cover looked really interesting. So I thought, hey, why not? And I pressed play on it, and this song called The Ballad of Dorian Starr began to play. And oh man, dude, I have never heard anything like that, and I don't think I've ever heard anything since. It was about this guy in college who had a fetish for like vintage lenses, only drank coconut Red Bull, and probably got married to the first woman who ever actually liked him after his mom. It was insane. So after I listened to it, I thought to myself, oh man, I gotta show other people. So I went to bring this awesome song to my next door neighbor, and I went through like 40 miles of snow, ice, and eventual frostbite just so I could show them the masterwork that was that song.
Couldn't you have just like sent a text or an email or something like that?
So I was just out here, just doing my research, listening to some music, and I hear a knock on my door, and I open it up, and it's my neighbor, and he looks like he's got frostbite, and so I bring him inside, and I give him some hot cocoa, and he tells me, "You gotta listen to this guy. His name is Spongy Downer. Best guy, best music."
Damn, I need a job. Spongy? Yeah. I got hold of his album back in like 2015 or something. I wonder what happened to that guy. I heard he OD'd on Java.
Me being a journalist, I had to find out why. I had to figure out where Spongy Downer was. I needed to get in touch with him. Get in there and talk to the guy.
Wade Pink would then publish an article asking the Antarctican citizens to join them in the search for Spongy Downer. But soon, one resident would make a shocking discovery that would take the whole nation by storm.
It's for the boys.
So I just opened his Bandcamp page. There was an email, so I emailed it, and that's how I found him.
Finally, with a lot of help from the people in Antarctica, and especially my neighbor, Gerald McBingbing, we have finally found Spongy Downer.
Yeah, no, I wish there was more for Spongy, but like, he didn't get the respect he deserved. But I mean, he flopped. I wish better for him, but it is what it is.
But didn't he sell a lot in Antarctica though?
Well, you gotta look how Antarctica structures their records, all right, man. So you sell one, you're gold, all right. You sell two, you're platinum, all right, and you sell three, you're diamond. He sold 6, so he's double diamond. But like, it was only 6 records. There's nothing you could do about it.
But there's reports from these record shops in Antarctica that they sent money back to Tubby Records, and then that money went to you.
Look, man.
But it never went to Spongy.
But look, it's not about the money here, all right? There's nothing we can do.
But he's the one writing.
Look, man, I'm telling you, man. There's nothing about the money, man.
I'm just asking you what happened.
You want me to buy the man a
What
Red
happened
Bull?
to the money?
Bro, are you a fan? Like, I don't know what you're talking about. This money, man. I can't help that, man. Look, I'm done, man. Screw you.
Sit down and listen, I have something to say. I wanna tell a story and I'm trying my best. A story about dreams, a story about fears. Feel it's something that I need to get off my chest with all my heart. Now it's time to start, 'cause I wanna be one of the artists of all time. started, I know a tune that is known by few, and I will sing it. It goes, drop out of school, say perhaps the drugs and maybe join a gang, I guess, 'cause I wanna be one of the artists of all time. Drink lots of liquor and red wine. Pass me by, you know I'm doing fine. If you were me, would you see, or would you close your eyes? I know a guy, Sam Harbin, he plays bass all the time. 'Cause I wanna be one of the artists of all time. Drink lots of liquor and red wine. Pass me by, you know I'm doing fine. It's your fault, it's your fault. Maybe you shouldn't have been born at all. Maybe you shouldn't have been born at all. Maybe you shouldn't have been born at all. Maybe you shouldn't have been born at all.